Alright everyone, welcome back. Never streamed in a long time, because I was on vacation. And thinking what I wanted to do next was a bit hard, because there were quite a few games that I'm interested in playing yet again. But pretty high on my list was definitely a Rogue Trader again, because I haven't played it in a while and I'm always interested in playing it. And yeah, I thought it would be nice to do it, so we're doing another run with Rogue Trader. Although we were quite successful in the past, but that was before the reworks. As you patched and so on and so forth are very new. The only question is who we shall play at, basically. Because I prefer to play Noble Officer, because it's just so good. So very, very effective. However, Heinrich willkommen! Hey Deb! How are you doing? I guess that's who we should play at, right? Because, like I said, Officer would be great. It's always great. And it makes especially more sense, because I saw that part of the new DLC is a feudal world that you can visit. So it would be quite nice to be a noble there, right? How was Greece? Well, I was in Crete, the big island. It was very nice. Everyone was very, very friendly. It was great. Great food and so on for two. Very hot, of course. Very much, very many Iraqis and so on and so forth. Did you catch fire? No, thankfully I did not. There was actually a wildfire in the southeastern part, but in the northwestern part where I was, there was thankfully no fire at all and was very, very chill. But yeah, it was great. I definitely feel recovered quite a bit. Anyway, without further ado, I think we should just start. At least take a look at the new stuff. But I probably will be doing a Noble Officer yet again, because it's so good. Maybe we can combine it with the new one too. Let's go see. There. So for the new game, you can see we got both DLCs on. Difficulty. We were playing once on Unfair. Hey Decoy, how are you doing? Time to shotgun or double shields? Might also be an option, we have to see. Or we can just get the new character. I think that's also playing that, so we don't need to play that. We played Unfair already, but that was with the old variant, right? Where we knew how it was working, and where we knew how we could trick it. It doesn't necessarily work again. So I'm not sure if we should do that, if we even can do that. Well, we probably can do it, but should we? I'm not sure. And we can try. If you're unable to do it, we can always lower the difficulty again, right? So it's not a big deal. Fine. The new character. Shotgun shields, basically both. He's on one of the Arbiters guys, right? And he got a shotgun and a shield. We could just take him, which actually would be quite nice, because then we can experience his story and his snark and so on and so forth, right? Alright, so I think we just take Unfair. Although we already played it on Unfair. So let's do the Grim Darkness. I mean, we basically never saved anyways, right? But I guess we should really go Unfair too. I mean... like I said, we just try that, okay? But again, I mean, hey Warcall, long time no see. Yeah, starting again with the new DLC, you know. You can use dual shotguns and dual shields too, I believe. I'm not sure if you can use dual shotguns. I'm sure he can use... I think he can use dual shields? He can use dual shotguns? Could be. I actually don't know. I think, like I said, I think he comes with a shotgun and a shield. Basically some kind of vanguard of tank. But of course, I wanted to say we got the best boy. So that would be a similar position to vanguards. But I guess you could make him into a melee DPS too. Even though that never really worked. Would be funny. It would definitely be funny, that's very much right. I'm just not sure how much sense it actually makes, you know. I mean, I always play these wuxia games, right? So it's mostly strategy games and other RPG games. But of course not every game is for everyone. Anyways, time to find out. Yeah, we will be finding out. Anyway, of course we make a custom character, right? Ha! Now... Oh yeah, I remember when we could make custom portraits. Like I said, I really would like to keep being a noble. Because it's just so useful. And it also plays so well if you play as a noble, you know? It's pretty sweet. Man, we could make a Chaticus II, for example. Wouldn't that be nice? A new Chaticus? That sounds quite good. Yeah. I think we make another Chaticus. Appearance. Can we be... Let's see. Oh no, we are already as light as you could be. Body. That looks weird. With the big hair and the body, but we need a fat body like here. Face. I think the face is fine, right? One of the shield? No, we take the new DLC guy. Or at least that's my idea. We take that guy, take him with us, and then we can play around with Arbites with the new DLC guy. We don't need two of them, and it would be kinda neat to explore his story, you know? And with that being said, do we have a real... Let's base 12 or so, right? That's our hair gun. We need to have this here. Oh, well... No, we need to have the proper hair like that. Oh, that looks quite nice too. Really crazy. And not base 16 the... Yeah, that looks good. That looks great. Tattoos? I don't know, do we want to have tattoos? As a noble? Not as a noble, I believe. What about some scars? Oh yeah, that looks a cool scar. I mean, we are noble, right? We're not supposed to have scars. Other people get scars for us. You know what? That's right, we don't have any scars. Augmentations though. Anything that looks like we are rich. Like basically we didn't need the augmentation, you know. But we kinda wanted to, because we want to show off our money. But they basically all look like repairs, mostly, right? Small one like that one you can take. And can we make another one on the other side? In theory we can, I guess, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it somehow. I don't know, man. So,
Done and done.
who are we though?
The destination is known.
Empyrean, take this sacrifice. Through chaos, I stride.
Lance batteries, volley! This could be an opportunity.
Like a nice noble voice, actually.
Engage the engines.
I'll bring
glory to my bloodline.
Ah, but glory as a
For
noble?
the glory of the dynasty.
Yeah, that's it, that's it. Homeworld, so we got a new world, right? A death world, is that it? No, what was the new world? Was it? No, these are all the same worlds, right? There's no real differences here, I think. Heretic male? I mean, maybe will be a heretic male that's still in the cards after all. But I think the bold male with the glory for the dynasty, you know, is very good for a noble. The question is, which world do we actually want to have? Was there any benefit for us? I think they are all the same world. I think there were benefits, right? Like, Forge world got stuff like... Let's see, there was something interested here. Yeah, we can use... Persuasion, coercion, and combat based on intelligence and fellowship, but we're going to go for fellowship anyways, right? So that was the wrong one, was it? Voidborn? He's smart? Can use... Anytime Philly his fellowship bonus, and Voidborn can use instead the intelligence bonus, if it's higher. Nah, not really what we want to. Can pass willpower test using a fellowship. That might be useful because we go fellowship. I'm not sure if we want to go the chaos or not. Because I would really like to experience being a proper Imperial noble on the feudal world, you know. But it might be an option. It's the when Imperial word character is affected. The resolve is increased. Okay. All allies besides discussing Xenos. Game +5. Ooh, that could be interesting. Fortress world. Willpower again. Yeah, let's just go with Imperial world. Turn to case all the time. I mean, it's not like the game has something like that. That's what I said. I'm probably not that. We're probably actually simply getting the guy that is available for that. We take the new duty character. We take him. That guy has a new class, and we're going to take that one. And we play as a typical noble, I guess. Do we even need to go that high with a fellowship bonus? I mean, sure. As an auto subclass, huh? We might be taking that. Because Officer is great. Okay, this is a new class, right? The Arbitrator. Gun Mastery, Lawful Intervention. Can parry incoming attack with a ranged weapon. Can make a tap of the equipment with a ranged weapon. That's pretty cool. If, let's say, Agenta had that, for example, right? Or someone with ranged attacks. Imagine you really got ranged attacks. And you can parry with your ballistic skill. That's pretty sweet, actually. Mob Justice. We need to be a noble. I will not make you cake. Oh yeah. For the class, we can still go officer. Yeah, this is the idea, right? We could start as officer, and hold on, subclass? You mean later on the advanced class, right? Our triumph should be related to persuasion. Sure. Our darkest hour is definitely, well, we don't care about int that much. Carouse, nah. Brand of Shame, Law Imperium. Let's go with Law of the War. We got others for that after all. Ah, yeah, this is a new one, right? You mean the overseer? So we could go officer and then go overseer, right? Yeah, because I actually don't like the advanced artists too much. They're not super bad, right? But if you take Cassia, you can just make Cassia take Grand Strategist. That's enough. Tactician is okay, but not needed, and you can actually take overseer then. That might be pretty cool, actually. Okay, let me do it like that. We start as officer, and then we go overseer later on. But actually also the executioner. Is that also a new class? Oh, no, that was already around for the Blade Dancer. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. It is. Alright. Anyway, so we start as officer, and then we will go later on into overseer. Now, what do we start as? Well, we definitely want to go more on fellowship, right? That is our bread and butter, after all. Then we got a few more points. What would be useful for us? I mean, be tough, be agile, have a ballistic skill would be useful. Intelligence would be interesting for lore. I want to use my fellowship stuff as much as possible for that. Artillery, demolition, nah. Ballistic skill to shoot stuff. Ballistics, yeah, it's a good point. Toughness would be less damage. Or rather, would be more HP, right? I think we need strength. Actually, do we need strength a little bit? Toughness? I mean, we could take toughness, and it would be useful because more wound. Agility, also pretty good though. That would be fine, let's just take toughness. There we go. Then, we got two different classes. I think they have slightly different weapons. Do they write it in there actually? Strength. It might be that we need a few bits of strength to wear different armor or so, right? That shouldn't be too terrible though. Yeah, that's fine how we do it. We go toughness first. If you need strength later on for some armor or some weapon, we can just skill that later on. I think that would be fine, right? Not a big deal. So I think we're good for that. Which weapon do we want to have? Which ship? I think I want to have that one. It looks more ostentatious. Maybe some cool name. Patient Fortune? Nah. Dacium Unforgiven. Invictum Irabus. Giga 7. Light in the Void. Redemption Inexorable? Nah, give me something cool, game. Come on, something cool random. Actually, Harbinger of War. The Unbound Avarice was pretty good name too. Arcanum Lucidius. Invictum Charbides. Righteous Absolution? Yeah, that sounds great. Alright. Of course, not Ignatius. We are Chaticus the 4th. And I think we look pretty good. The question is, will we play pretty good? I don't know. It might be that we actually die. Because Unfair, I haven't played it at all with the new DLCs and so on and so forth. So that might end pretty badly actually. But hey, hubris is also a thing. Glorious imperialism.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here.
Well, well, well.
Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
So, first things first, I don't think I want to go, I don't want to go Chaos with that run. We'll be definitely having another run sometime later. And there I don't mind going Chaos at all. But I think right now, for this run, I actually don't want to go for Chaos. So... Actually, Pragmatic run? Pragmatic is, well, what is Pragmatic? I mean, there's Iconoclast, which is basically the nice guys, which is also usually actually quite effective. And then there is, we are Fanatics. So should we go Fanatic or Pragmatic / nice guys? The third way. Well, what's the third way here then? Not Fanatic. Iconoclast. Okay, we go Iconoclast then.
For it is the duty of his servants to persevere in their tireless service until they are presented with a chance to give their very life for the master of humanity. Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of her ladyship rogue trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
You did? You didn't. Okay, we go full on noble though. We are pragmatic and, well, kinda nice-ish, right? But let's go full on noble, okay? Every time we can, we do that. Also, during my vacation, Salix Executor actually followed me, so thank you very much for that.
My deepest respects to you, Your Grace. A noble of the Imperium. It's been a long time since Providence last brought such eminent guests aboard this vessel.
That's right. That's right.
I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with her ladyship.
Murder.
Bear it with honor.
Of course we will. Why wouldn't we after all, right? Alright. Should we go through the other questions here? I mean, we played it already, but not everyone did that, right? And there was actually quite sweet, so...
Such are the traditions of the Imperium.
Let's actually go through it, I think.
Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex Imperialis at the time when the first rogue traders entered the God Emperor's service, and therefore, it is sacrosanct.
Oh, nice.
So that you may fulfill your blood duty. Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the rogue trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor.
Yes.
Your former position may have been different from conventional service as part of one of the institutions of the Imperium, but from now on, a different fate awaits you. One chosen for you by the Lord Captain. I advise you to come to terms with this reality as quickly as possible. To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencius. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others. I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back, especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say that her ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities. There is, and you will meet him soon enough.
Oh, that wasn't very much.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Ethelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Not so nice. The dirty peep peep peep. I haven't played this game at all actually, since the last time.
I won't tolerate weakness.
So I haven't tried out the new DLC at all, and I also didn't fully play through the Blade Dancers, just a little bit. I think there was something where I could be a bit mean. I think it was here actually at the shrine. Was it? Oh, maybe I was wrong then. I thought we could show them that we're the true nobles somehow. Somewhere. But maybe I was wrong. Blade Dancer? Oh, Blade Dancer was very funny. With all the jumping around. We could also take her with us, I guess.
Valencia's trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
Maybe we want to, right? Oh no! I wonder what is happening.
The servitors have gone berserk!
I mean, you can make it work. For example, if you play Chaos, right? Then you can even convert the blood cult into Chaos. That's something that you can do here.
Feel my wrath!
Alright, first fight. Somehow these man machines have malfunctioned. And we and the few crew that is here need to deal with it. It's already in a frenzy and they're not doing so well. Wouldn't it be fun if we died in the tutorial? So, you serve me. Making on this guy here. He's probably going to die next, but what can you do? You're just making as powerful as possible. Maybe you can do a bit of damage. And let me try a shot.
Suits my purposes.
Even hit it? Ah, yeah, come on, he's basically already dead, right? I buffed you twice! Oh, there goes my buffs.
Nothing I can't do.
I get a feeling it's not going to end very well right now. Don't I normally do at least a little bit of damage? Yeah, see? So it's possible to hit them. Yeah, very oof. He didn't take that much damage. Well, that's...
Let's see how they respond.
Well, Conrad, I'm sure you can deal with that on your own. Oh! Maybe actually Conrad can't die. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. I didn't even know that was possible. Normally, that guy dies quite quickly. But sadly, our buff guy here didn't do shit. See, that's how it works. We don't need to do anything. Because,
Suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the
But others
officer's
to
deck
deal with that
at
for us.
exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
But yeah, Deb, I actually was thinking, oh god, what if Conrad actually dies? Because you could see from the dodge, right, that he clearly was not supposed to die, that he was invincible. But if he actually would have died, then you would have been next, I think. Well, actually, maybe we could have been able to keep running away from him, kite him. Not impossible, I guess. But it would have been very funny if he died in the tutorial, especially since I play on Iron Man mode as Iron Man full idiot. So it would have been over at that point. Alright. Reinforcements are here. Check out what's going to happen there. But thankfully, Conrad appears to be very useful, right?
Here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Clearly, Conrad is a very good officer, right? He's clearly very good, very useful. No big deal with him at all. Thankfully, we got him, right? Anyway, can we loot anything? That's a real question that I have here. The real and most important question. The answer is no. Could check out the gear, but it's just a small background infos. Yeah, I never checked out everything here. Green crystal. What is these? Well, without further ado, I guess we just continue on. We really can't do much more here. The game really looks so good. This is Yocasta Sourback. She was added in the last DLC, or the first DLC, something like that, I think. Basically our main, the main person for securities. All the tech priests. What are you doing even? But there's Abelard, the best man, Theodora, the current rogue trader, Maud, her guardian basically, and Edelfrad, the other potential rogue trader, which is currently supposed to become the rogue trader at least. As you can imagine though, it probably won't happen like that though.
Simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Heresy, you say? Well, actually, rogue traders have quite a bit of leeway with heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Yeah, Edelfrad, what will you do? So, in the room. So, our first impression of Edelfrad. He's about 30 years old. He got parchment-like skin, so basically he's maybe someone from the void. They always have skin like that. He's twitchy. As if he's some kind of illness or defect. I mean, I think he's a psycho, so actually he thinks that the Visnets here might have been a hint that something is not right already. The daughter of Valentius. She got carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. That's maybe a bit overdoing it. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clapped casually behind the back. Well, actually, her hands are not clasped behind her back. Just want to say that. And then we got Abelard here. And Mort.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer.
For what?
Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
I think it's one of the puns that you can list later on. So, we got 2 checks that we succeeded, and some normal stuff. Let's see. I kind of like the second answer, but basically it says, if we verify that a few psychers might die, but hey, the answer is worth it. And that sounds quite noble-ish, because we don't care about those lower of us, right?
Thorough, but presumptuous. It took me a great deal to find one psyker who could serve me well for many years. Yet you speak of several.
That's right.
Sanctioned psychers are rare and valuable instruments of the Golden Throne. Or do you suggest that we use heretics, who are an offense to the God Emperor's light? It would be rather careless of you to utter such profanity in the presence of his faithful servants.
You do say yes to that question, huh? That's nothing, that's right, Edelthard. I think the third answer is the most noble one, right? Yeah, exactly that.
Well, I find your company disagreeable, and yet I'm forced to endure such.
Hey, I think he's being awfully rude here, you know? We are a noble.
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
His purview. Good question.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
Is he? He, bullshit, isn't he? Can we trust someone that speaks like that? Also, he doesn't even have a portrait, right? So clearly something is wrong with him.
So, why are you here?
I kind of like two, because I wish that answer. That's kind of noble-ish. But the third one is similar like that. I hope you will clarify that. But second is better, I think.
You are direct. I approve.
Oh, you
But
should.
you'll have to wait. There is something I want you to understand first.
Do that. What would that be, though?
My name
Oh God.
is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and
That
bode
darkness.
death and ruin to us all.
Okay, cool talk, but why are you telling me that?
It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
And rogue traders are really a big deal in this universe, right? Normal people basically are worth nothing. They're being sent to die in the millions. Quite brutal. But rogue traders? They can do whatever they want to. Well, maybe not ever. There are consequences, but if they want to, they can do everything. Of course, we are ready for the sacred purpose, right? We are the noble. Chenikos the Fourth.
Oh, yes. You would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You
Well,
came
you
aboard
should be.
hours before the warp jump, and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way.
Are
As
noble.
things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader.
How rude.
Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas,
That's a
even
proper
those
task for a
responsibilities
noble
can
like
at
us.
times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
Just one mistake.
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate.
No, though. I mean, if he's not even ready for that, right? Then, surely he's useless. Surely we are the proper candidate then, and should be handled as such.
Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here, in the Coronis Expanse.
Good though. I wonder.
Your noble descent is a sign that power lives in your very flesh and blood. You would never doubt your words or actions. Never show weakness. Never let an involuntary gesture or a careless word betray your fears or agitation. At least, if your upbringing was as thorough as mine was in my time. Many will grovel at your feet. Governors, commanders, highborn navigators, conceited lords. And you cannot allow them to sense weakness in the one who stands above them.
We are a noble after all. That's what we do, right?
Moreover, your remarkable mental abilities were noted in your profile. If you can find a way to exhibit them in the service of the von Valancius dynasty, well, so much the better.
This is a remarkable capability, right? From the decision we took that we are brilliant, whatever else.
His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly and, as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voigtvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least.
Used to be.
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
Oh, I do have more questions.
Sometimes I forget that people without direct access to a ship's bridge may not know the first thing about how a void ship travels between the stars.
Yeah, so could you shine up your lights on that?
Vessels such as this one are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp, an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces. By entering it under the protection of the Gellerfield, we shorten the route to our destination, crossing distances that would require hundreds of years in a matter of weeks instead, sometimes in days or even hours. That is how humanity spread across the galaxy. That is how we were able to build the Imperium, which spans millions of stars. Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
That's right, you don't really care about that at all? I don't know about that.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Surely not, Abelard.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
Ah, those ignorant folk.
The Rykad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor.
Sure we will.
I set the course for Rykad on the demand for a very specific reason.
On the demand?
Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage.
It sounds like someone
now
could
is not the
command
time.
her. Why do that? I mean, or the better question is, someone like the rogue traders, which basically have unlimited power, right? Who could command them? There are not many.
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide.
Aid for you. I mean, sure, why not?
You can start by not asking questions of this sort. I have no need for sycophants. I will
Don't
draw my
do you, though.
conclusions when an opportunity to prove yourself arises. As for when you will be granted that opportunity, only the God Emperor knows. In that case, I shall head to...
Doesn't sound very good.
Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
We shall see. Oh. I might not be a specialist for that, but I don't think this is how it should be. It's chaos. We hate chaos. So we cannot move at all yet, so we just start the battle. It should be won automatically, more or less.
Don't touch me.
We just need to make sure we don't die, it should be fine.
One fewer target. Break their morale. To the heretics.
Crush the feeble.
The feeble.
Nothing I can't do.
Oh, on what?
I'll pass.
Huh? Can't I use the voice of command on you? Apparently not, because they are yellow, so they're not our direct subordinates, I think. I think we can kill the heretic cutthroat. We can! Our first kill!
Out of my way. I serve the ruinous powers. Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Ruinous powers? That sounds like a you
Just a
problem.
minor setback.
As long as we survive, it's all fine. Don't care about the details too much.
For heretics.
I took care of this one.
That's quite fine, actually.
Glory of the Imperium. My ears are ringing. Weak. Chaos guides me.
Still a little bit, though. And I don't like the damage we took from that. I think we already got a wound. A wound? Don't like that very much. Stand in the middle so much.
Not my specialty.
37% is quite low. We fine though, right? It's not fine. Oh, we're nearly dead! Please, let's not die. It would be unfortunate.
Not my worst day. Oh, yet.
Very good. Keep killing them as they appear.
One fewer target.
Right, so we should still survive that, right? I don't like that we took the wound at all, though. That's really unfortunate. I hope we don't keep the wound, but we probably will. Since our stats are slightly reduced from that. I think... That's in general? Or only HP? I think only HP then. There's 1, 2 left. It would be the next, actually. And you know what? There's no reason whatsoever for us to do anything there. Just don't get hit. Oh, there's another guy! Oh, I thought he was already dead. I was lucky that we didn't get hit then. Thanks, Mort.
Death to the heretics. Out of my way.
clearly, we need to deal with that on ourselves.
Not a problem for me.
I've actually hit him. Very surprising. Oh, he's still alive. God damn it. Come on, Theodora. Yeah, plasma would be a nice idea, I guess.
My faith strengthens me. For the glory of the Imperium.
Did you actually kill him? Oh, you shot Abelard! What did he do to my Abelard?
Never wavered.
The Lex is a Lex indeed. Ah, damn it. Hey Ishtar, how are you doing? They killed Abelard! Well, they hurt him at least. Could be standing up and feeling all better. Actually, I wonder, can he die there?
Take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line.
Wouldn't it
Do
be
not
funny if
let a
Abelard died
single
from that?
whoreson survive. Did bat
That's
an
a
eye
bad
at
word,
that
lady.
scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
From what we have seen, I can speculate that we are dealing with some variety of madness induced by warp travel. Such episodes are not uncommon among voidsmen who have found themselves outside the boundaries of real space, though such episodes seldom spill onto other decks.
Well, that's not a seldom thing then, huh?
Oh, the casters are not working, or have been sabotaged. Either the warp is toying with us, or someone went to great lengths to cut the ship's communications. I will need a direct channel to the engine seer prime before I can get a sense of what we are up against. Whatever it may be, keep your weapons at the ready. I imagine it will be some time before we no longer need them.
Trust me, this is hardly surprising for a crew of thousands. The lower decks are a fertile environment for discontent and heresy, no matter how one tries to incinerate any seed before it can take root. All it takes is a hint of warp influence to cloud the minds of normally obedient cattle.
And those damn cattle right, they don't know their place.
Sporadic riots on the lower decks never reach these compartments. No, the tumults of the rabble are always contained within their own territory. This is too well organized. It is spreading too rapidly.
Something is very wrong then, huh?
Possibly. Quite likely. We will investigate at a later time. Right now, we need to isolate the affected compartments and try to assess the situation. Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Sure. Nothing bad will happen from that, right? Now, can we loot something? The answer is no, which is very sad. Actually, do we have something in our backpack? No, we don't have anything yet at all. We got this wound here. It's sort of fresh injury, so it's not the worst.
Victory awaits!
But if it keeps going, no, I actually have issues with that. Alright, fighting is here. Let's go after Mort. Who Lex is the Lex? The Lex Lord. Don't be silly now. There's Sourback again. Actually, Sourback, you're the Headmaster of Arms or something like that, right? No, this is Master of Arms. The Master of Arms is not looking good, but I think she becomes the Master of Arms. So, how could this happen? There's Mort. Ah. You love a nice flame, don't you? But if you don't, you should. Flames are great.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done.
Curious,
Set your
isn't it?
chrono by it.
Mort, pull yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
And there she is again.
Master of Whispers, what happening on my ship. The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
Ah, that is weird. Should he know better? Is he really a useless bymaster?
I have not yet received word from the Engineering regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether.
Half an hour ago?
The consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only Voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
It was half an hour ago. Why didn't he do anything about that?
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once.
Not suspicious at all, right?
Where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
Yeah, that could be bad, because the Psyker could become a demon host. That would be really, really bad.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
Yes.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
So we are to support him, obviously, right? Question is,
settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here.
can we do that actually?
Find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
Clarify that, whatever state.
We are in the warp. Considering the attack, there could be a disruption in the Gellerfield and the infiltration of malevolent forces onto the decks. Psychers can react to such things in the most unpredictable ways.
Enough! Master of Whispers, you must not allow my heir to turn into a mindless mutant and to perish under Enforcer fire. Do whatever it takes to bring Edelthrad back to me.
Well, thankfully, there's another heir ready. Isn't that nice? Well, let's try our best.
Not everything in your power. You will do as I say. I'll have your heads if you fail. Is that clear?
Do you, though?
Mort, come.
Well, let's go and see if we can find Edelthrad.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
Don't fail me. The Lord kept me clear. Relying on you is fraught with risk.
I see you have quickly earned Lady Theodora's trust. If she is already sharing her closely guarded secrets with you.
Hey.
But that is no longer relevant.
What do you mean it's not relevant anymore? Something hits you with a heart with a sharp crackle, and you are consumed by unbearable, gut-wrenching pain. Why would not Adelfrad, the guy whose name I already forgot, do that? Well, he got no reason for such an act, right? Hold on, these guys look very heretical.
Careful,
Can it
careful.
be?
Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Ah, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
The meaning of this? No. He's a scum, he's a traitor!
How perceptive of you.
Yeah, right?
I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. We are in the anteroom of the Warrant Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
Never mind. Shouldn't he still be a true heir? After all, he still got the bloodline, right? Doesn't mean he got weird bloods.
Why? Because I am following an order. What is happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains is to obtain what my master sent me for. The
Your
Warrant of
master?
Trade.
I wonder about that. Inbred? Good question.
The warp's blessing has raised me too much above
Oh,
Valencius.
the warp's
The Sentinel
blessing,
refused
he
to submit to
says.
me. But you can help.
You know what it
After
mean?
all, isn't that what family is for?
He's chaosed too. And I'm not sure chaos is what we consider family here. Coercion. Oh yeah, let's try that. We succeeded with that. What sorry, pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy? You sordid, wretched piece of grog shit.
Wretched. What do you know about wretchedness? Theodora's cur. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind.
Oh, he's gone up to the deep end. To the very deep end.
Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Von Valancius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by
The gods of
which
chaos is what
I
he
will
means, obviously.
accomplish this righteous act.
The point here is though, aren't you also part of the family? So, technically, wouldn't that mean that you have to sacrifice yourself? I mean, it's not what it means, obviously, but still. So, the blade of him flashes in dim light and drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment, you feel nauseous. Your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more soft voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with a singular urge. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. And you can see here, that is warp bullshit. Of course, we wouldn't ever do that because we are noble, so we fight the voice in our head. Get out! I'm a noble, not your puppet. Even more voice. The voice in your head giggle and mock a desperate outcry. You feel this intuitive influence, because that was our negative thing that we had selected earlier, forcing you onto your feet and making you take a step forward to the gaze looming in the center of the chamber. So, we're now at the congregator, basically some kind of computer. There's a thing here, and you can check it with our tech use. 8% chance, so let's see if we can deal with that. If we succeed, we gain 20 experience for that. And what do we see? Some strange alloy used, which is unfamiliar to us. And we suspect it's some kind of archaeotech relic, so basically some very, very old tech from the golden times, which is better than what we have currently. Let's see. Lower jaw opens with a drawn out shriek, much wider than possible. There are sharp metallic fangs, and I guess that's where we put our hand in for the bleeding part. There's some strings of mysterious symbols on the green background. A whisper runs through your consciousness, again due to the wound of that we selected earlier. Missing of the sacrifice. So what do we do? Let's just examine the center a little bit more. Oh, uninteresting. Can you use anything as a weapon? Nope. Look back.
Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
Well, I guess we can't do much about that. Place your hand in the center once more. So, it bites us, a few dark drops fall into the throat, and immediately we are here humming as the servo motors start up and the pumps into motion. The bitstream of the congregator flickers. Several long minutes passes. The jaws are still closed and we begin to feel sick. If we could lean against the gate, we could catch our breath. Maybe we can close our eyes and pretend none of this ever had.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
I guess it's the madness they told me about.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Defense protocol? Oh, some nice turrets. Die, heretic scum!
There is still another way.
Not for you, Voigtber. Not for you. Alright, are they dead? Well, maybe. We can attack the turret though. So, right out from the gunfire. The engine of death pros have finished their task. I see.
None
Alright.
shall stand in my way.
You know, we got two wounds even, a fresh injury and an old one. These are the glorious Von Valentius symbols here. Our shield and signs. The glorious. Sadly, this is not voiced. It should be voiced in my eyes. But hey.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
They mean me with that, obviously. We are the child of the house. What madness is happening here? Who are you? Who addresses me, the noble guy?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by.
Are you the Warren Sentinel?
Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel, designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue traders subjects. Mobile unit standing by.
I need to contact someone, preferably Theodora.
Foxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Move faster! Restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Well, that doesn't sound too good, does it now?
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
It doesn't sound good at all.
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
Just give me a weapon. That's not very useful.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
I see. So we are to leave here, obviously.
Follow my lead.
And to close the thing. Seal the chamber. Uh-oh. We got a small problem there. We got no weapons and so on and so forth, right?
Run, fools, or fall!
Thankfully the best guy is here. That's right, it's Abelard.
Master! Whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me, what is the meaning of this?
Well, I didn't want to tell you like that, but work with a traitor.
What?
You want to take revenge on Theodore or something?
Oh, holy God, Emperor!
Yep,
I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny.
that
And,
seems
Master,
to be a fair
I wish
assessment.
to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
Well, Morkbeer told us that he's a mastermind.
Saint's blood! Then it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster.
We need to act here.
You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
We'll finally get our gear. And the medikit is how he will tell us how injury works. Basically, we don't want a wound at all, if possible.
Sometimes you consult
Because
the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis.
Thank you.
that is just really, really bad in general. Normally, though, it doesn't happen that quickly, that good.
Say a little bit of humility never hurt anyone.
But hey,
I help others better themselves by wholeheartedly humiliating them at every step.
isn't that nice? You're such a nice guy, Abelard.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead.
Are we, though? I'm not sure if we are.
The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance.
That sounds good.
The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, Apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on.
That is not good.
But that is not the worst of it. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may
not
have
good at
already
all.
lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
Some? What do you mean some? I don't like hearing some.
I am no helmsman. Oh, God Emperor preserve me, navigator. However, I've spent my entire life aboard void ships equipped with warp drives, and I know that portents such as these do not bode well. It could be that the Geller field has faltered. Perhaps the navigator was struck down by warp corruption and is fighting for the last shreds of his humanity as we speak.
It doesn't sound very good.
If we get thrown off course, we will be forever lost in the war. Naturally, we would likely not have long to live in that scenario. But I will not resign myself to such an outcome just yet. You sent me a Vox message.
We did?
A Voxcast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive.
Pretty sure we didn't.
You mean to say you did no such thing?
Oh? We didn't. Maybe it was a machine that we talked to, right? That might be a valid option. Yeah, it might be the Warren Sentinel here.
Warren Sentinel?
Yeah?
The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. And I did not see anything of the sort.
Weird.
The Warren Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same?
Remember the part about the blood being filled with chaos and so on and so forth? I mean, I'm not saying that she's part of chaos, but I think she's part of chaos.
During warp transit, the sanctum is closed to all who are not involved in traversing the Empyrean. And for good reason. For the navigator to open their third eye and perceive the way, the sanctum must be bathed in the energies of the immaterium. Only a navigator can withstand such an ordeal. For the rest of us, any contact with the warp is fraught with perils such as loss of sanity, spontaneous mutations, and death.
Oh, is that all? Well, aren't we lucky then, huh?
Lady Theodora's.
Yeah?
Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well, and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course.
What is your and humanity? I'll lead the way, Seneschal. Hey, MMG, long time no see. How are ya?
Come.
Let's come indeed. Did a nice occasion? Yeah, it was very nice. Well, you tried it, yeah, sure it was.
Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
Hello? Yeah, it was nicely warm. Sadly, a few days were without wind, which was a bit too warm then. But the personnel was really friendly, was really very nice and very great. And food was also very great. Which is obviously the most important part, right? Why are you crying?
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us
it was
is
fun.
well deserved. Onward.
And especially I really reloaded my mental batteries. That was quite important actually. I was more feeling down than I expected. Alright, it's the first proper battle, and we are still playing on unfair with Iron Man mode. So, let's not fuck this up, okay? Alright, how long does it count? One per combat for 1 round only. We have so much. Let's charge in. Hopefully here and kill him. We did kill him, very nice. Damage we do here is, I think, the same, right? 7 to 9.
Indeed.
Killed him again, very nice. And let's get the deflection going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's buff him as much as possible.
Nothing I can't do.
But Nova and Opposite is just such a good combination. All the additional stats that you get. Let's see. And then we can't even take damage. Yeah, I mean, I'm just that good, what can I say? Let's go with that. Oh, we can already kill another one. And there are only 4 left. Our takes 3 damage, thanks to all the buffs that we do have. And it's sitting next to each other, so we can use our AoE attack, or counter attack here, right? This guy can't even reach her. And that guy takes a shot at their own man! Well, tough luck, buddy. Let's try for that. One survived, sadly. Can still take a charge, maybe? Maybe not. Well, I guess this is it for now. Let's keep buffing him. No, we already did buff him. That sounds very nice. If you're really lucky, we could kill them all. Enemies throwing. I mean, they just cannot fathom the power of the rogue trader. Look at that, only 1 left. And he misses. What effect do you have here, actually? Overextended. Ah, yeah, because you already got him the voice stuff. And there's some cooldown for that, I think. We need to get a bit closer. Then we can charge and it should end it. See? That worked out pretty well. We didn't take any damage, so let's get a looting first. Nothing crazy, just a few thoughts here and there. And he got a gun, right? A laser gun. I kinda liked how it ended up like that. Let's level up. Not much we can do here. We can select something. Let's go with Persuasion, because we got another buff from our Origin Advancement. And Apex of Brilliant. Then, what about Abelard? I think he's mainly toughness, right? Yeah, he's big in toughness, so we should go and go into Carouse, which is based on toughness. First fight, well, first proper fight, worked out pretty well. I think there's nothing else around here, right? Pretty sure? Yep. So let's continue to explore the next few parts. Need to go to the Navigator Sanctum. Figure out what happens with the Navigator, because if he falls, we cannot navigate and we'll die in the warp. I'm on beer duty, second.
I hear it. Here, on the threshold of the blinded guide, doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Alrighty.
Sorry, old man. Their voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abela, how they sing.
It's Shadigoth? Yeah, it's Shadigoth the 4th. Of course it's Shadigoth, it's always Shadigoth. The Mad Psycho? Nah, she's just having a few small issues, you see? But not mad at all. Clearly not mad at all. No reason to assume that. Quite rude that you do, in fact.
This is Idiratlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
Am I just a little bit crazy?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it?
Warhammer is about everything is shit. But it's not just external enemies like from Alien, but also internal enemies like traitors and heretics and whatever. And of course, the Chaos Gods also have converted big parts of humanity, and you also need to fight those off, you see. So, it's shit all over. The entity in our conscious, again, the wound that we had earlier. We are the diviner, you say. Yeah, it's complete shit.
Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud.
You know, I don't want to be that guy, but I think she's a bit... She's gone a bit far, you know?
And you
Yes?
are von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs.
That's right.
Well then, we finally meet.
Officers frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officers' deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officers' deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
Is this shit so? God damn it, Miyomchi. Why you always go after those that are broken? What about going about those that are wholesome and nice people? Why do you never go after those?
That's Edelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
She can fix me, but she's worse than you!
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelthrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
So, how do you know who I am? No, I clicked on the wrong thing.
Whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master cog, and the silence that followed.
No, that's not good at all. If the navigator would fall, maybe the Gala shades no longer work, and stuff like that here. Chaos would come into the ship and kill us all.
What? You don't mean the Engineer Prime is...
God, yes.
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks. What? You think Lady Theodora didn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees as her prospective heirs?
Yeah? Kinda rude?
I have seen you. I have seen the footsteps of your past and the wounds of your heart.
Stop doing that, okay? Again, our memory here comes into play for some more lore options.
Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity.
Memory loss? What do you mean? No. How did you arrive at memory loss? There's no memory loss here. It's just that she basically looks into the warp, listens to the whispers of the corrupting warp to check out how we're doing, basically. That's what she did, right? So there's no memory loss per se.
But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Yeah, this here about our skin peeled off. That is something that could happen. If we are lucky. If we are really lucky, that could happen. And the other part would be even worse. That's right. That's why you don't want to be in the warp without protection. That would not end very well, let's say, right? It would not end well at all. Anyways, you got a new friend? The thing that fell down, maybe you got warned about.
I won't tolerate weakness.
We already saw the door there. Nothing else here, I guess. Open the door. +1 mage? Yeah! The evil, well, not evil variant, the chaotic variant of it, indeed. Basically, this guy wants to shoot the guy, but he has got some kind of shield going there. There are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like a psyker. Shooter, brawler. Makes sense. You can't really go in at all. Okay, so. Boost that. So, how do you want to do this? We start with you here, and maybe you can go run here. So that we stand here, then attack the brawler. Then Idira hopefully will not shoot up anything else.
Let's get to it. Death to the weak.
Actually, the more unsanctioned psychers and also normal psychers use their ability, the more warp goes up. And you normally don't want of that at all. They're talents that basically stop them from doing this.
Suits my purposes.
If you're on Chaos side though, there's actually a thing that you can support. Now let's go to the sharpshooter so that he's in melee range. If you would attack anyone else or try to run away, we would actually be doing an attack of opportunity. Effectively, no, they're not next to each other, so we couldn't use the ranged attack here. Well, the AoE attack. Ooh, insta-kill! Chaticus is a monster! Now, I would love to attack you, but we probably got shot from that. Dodge sounds pretty good. Does it? Can we do that on ourselves? We can. So we got some dodge. We got the analyzers, which we get from her operator skills. Too lucky. I'm really too lucky, man. Again, if you do, this is the chaos stuff here, right? The veil degradation. If it goes in that direction, it's bad. You can see here is bad. This guy here would be doing, well, he would be doing a lot of dying, but he also would attack us. He will still attack us probably, but hopefully we dodged that thanks to our forewarning, and we killed him. Medication went up a little bit, but not too much. We got hit again. This is not very good. We can actually rush him, which is a bit weird, but hey. Oh, we didn't rush him at all, we ran next to him. I thought we would be rushing him. Oh well, at least we now buffed you too with that deflection stuff. And we can attack the brawler, which is nearly dead now actually. Psyker! Misfortune. Could be worse, I hope. Now, we had buffed her with the voice, and now you get buffed with the voice. And let's see, you stand there, so if you just go to, let's say, here, and use the power of gun. Well, we hit the wrong guy that was behind cover and somehow killed him. I'm not too sure how that happened, to be honest.
Will do. What is this foreboding? But of course.
14 damage and still okay. Yeah, right, it's a bit funny, I guess. Let's kill that guy here. He's deader than dead. And we can't reach him, but we can go to here, so if he does anything, he gets an attack of opportunity against him. Sadly, it wasn't enough to kill him or so. Wow, 7 damage! We got a wound. We don't like that at all. We need to make sure we get healed afterwards by, I think, Abelard. And this time we dodged both attacks, which is unfortunate.
Anything else? What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Very unfortunate. So this is the pure navigator, his shield still on. Let's see. The creature in the chair appears as if he has become one with the throne. You see pink, parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limb. They have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator, a functional noble mutant whose genes allow them to safely guide a warp-capable voyager through the warp. That is what they stole from Dune, I'm pretty sure. It's breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the two dark, Jill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut. The two ordinary eyes, as well as the third one that sits in the center of its forehead.
I believe Master Spider still lives. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp.
I mean,
well,
leaving
this place alive.
Is the Lich King the other bad guys? That's a nice thing in Brain. In Warhammer 40k, everyone is a bad guy somehow. Give Abelard a pointed look.
Master Spiders.
Very good, my servant.
Your time is short.
Do what?
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Again with the final dawn, but that wasn't him.
It came from beyond. His body is not his.
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
Nice. The navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling. Yeesh.
Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
Who torments you?
The Edge. Kneel before the ascent of a new champion. When the rite is complete, this shell will burst, and thousands of Moors will accept the sacrifice offered to the Edge of Daybreak by the Bringer of Twilight, the one marked by the will of the gods.
Hey. What was that supposed to mean?
A rite. A sacrifice offered. Oh. My heart tells me that Kunrad was not deterred by his defeat in the warrant chamber.
What? Kunrad betrayed Lady Theodora?
Yes.
But how is that? How? He was as loyal as a dog. And I didn't hear a thing, I swear.
Why didn't you know that with your whispers, man? Is everyone here incompetent? Suske? Very.
The Bringer of Twilight are veiled by the will of his masters. Tear out your eyes. See who is to become the champion's servant, for you need them no longer.
What do you do now, Abelard?
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
The spiders. Good luck. And thank you.
He does not respond. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming under the closed eyelids. Yeah, that's not very good. Alright, I need to be healed, so Abelard, heal your new master.
Back into the fray.
Alright,
We shall prevail.
we got some loot lying around too. Keep pressing the dying old man for answers. Yeah, no, I'm not sure who this he is, right? No, not like that, Miyomchi. God damn it! I don't know who she is in that case. That might mean Theodora or someone else later on. Hacker staff. I'm pretty sure though that Adira already got something like that, so we don't need any loot here. We could get an axe, I guess, but I think the weapons that we have, they work really well. But what you can do though, Abelard can get a gun too in case he can't reach anyone. And I'm pretty sure this is the same thing, right? Yeah, exactly the same. Alright, we tried.
I tire of idleness, let's move.
Where to now?
Follow my lead.
Back to here. Alright, officer's deck. Let's do it, let's go. Nice loading screen? Yeah, it's pretty sweet, isn't it? Is it though?
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot these.
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
That's right.
My God, my light, my Emperor.
The Emperor. What are you doing? Argenta. One of the battle nuns, the nuns with guns, the sisters of battle.
Sister Argenta.
Indeed.
Sister Argenta, it is
That's a cheese
relief
factory?
to see you.
Not anymore, Dad.
We require all the forces we
Her
can
cheese
muster.
was nerfed quite heavily. She can still become good, but her old cheese has been nerfed. But we'll get the new cheese. I mean, I haven't watched it too closely, but I heard that the plate dancer is still completely overpowered if you spec it accordingly. And of course, the navigator we can get later on is always overpowered. Agenta is mid to slightly OP later on, I think.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you?
I'm your father. Setting the fourth on Valencia, the captain's heir, that's right.
The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the arch-enemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted.
A nice
so I
girl.
must know, why are you here?
Here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
You heard the man. The most noble one thing is the third option. Do not even think to insinuate that I'm one of those traitors. I won't let such an affront slide.
That answer does you credit. Only the truly righteous would be so provoked by the accusation of heresy.
That's right.
I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
She's such a nice girl. We got a Lampirium check succeeded, quite easily too. What's the body of the Adepta Sororitas doing aboard a rogue trader ship? He order serves the ecclesiarchy, basically the church, do they not?
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
If you say so, Abelard.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
What is people with you?
Overseer of Middle Deck Ale 84, my lord. We were rounding up everyone we could find in the attack compartments when we ran into an ambush. Just about every enforcer fell. These are the survivors.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
Massacre, my lord. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about seeing their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lord, be on your guard.
A sorcery going on then.
Through this door.